Hey guys, it's Brickman117. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse the sound quality on this video. I'm not using a microphone and I'm recording this video live. So this video is basically going to be a walk around my Mega Bloks room slash studio. The reason I wanted to do this video was to try and answer as many of the questions as I could that people have asked me over the course of making all these videos. So throughout the duration of this video, we're going to show you my brand new inbox collection of Halo Mega Bloks, the used inbox collection, my collection of all spare parts that I've amassed and how I organise them and so on. So I'll show you all my organising trays and things like that. I'm also going to show you the MOCs, which obviously you would have seen, I would imagine, the MOC in front of you right now, the Ultimate Pelican MOC. I'll also show you a couple of my other MOCs that I still have, and also the ships that I've built, sets that I've built through the course of making these videos. I will show you those and where I display them. So we might as well start off where we are. This is where you will recognise that you see most of my videos filmed. Now at the moment the phone's on a tripod, so I'm just going to take it out of the tripod and we'll back out so you can see where I film and how I do it. So if I come back, you can see I've got 4 softbox lighting units to light up the filming area. If I come back around here, you can see it's quite a large area. I did this intentionally because I knew I was going to want to build large MOCs. So this table that it's on is about just over 4 feet front to back, and it's almost 10 feet in length going away from the camera at the moment. So this enables me to do some pretty large MOCs without having the wall in the background interfering with it, which gives you this endless white background, which is obviously a very appealing for filming, and it just makes whatever you're doing stand out. So if you've been following the Ultimate Pelican MOC, you'll know that I'm still not finished. So at the moment I'm working on the landing gear at the back, making it so it can come down and actually support the tail end of the Pelican, because at the moment I'm using that brace there underneath to support the back so it doesn't top back. But once I get these braces in here linked in, you'll be able to hook those up so the actual landing gear will stop it from coming down. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, amongst other things. As you can see, I've got my selection of green parts, not all of them, just the ones I need at the moment. So in all of these trays here, I've got all the bits I use. I sort them in basically the way I want to use them, as in what I use the most. So these are anything sort of one stud plates or anything like that, round squares or anything. Then we've got 1x2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s down there, and then we move to 2x2 plates, 2x3, 2x4, and then we move on to the right angle pieces there. All of these small black units like this I just use for the same thing, so I always know this is just the other colour green, and then I'll move on to purple and grey and so on. So anytime I pick one of these units up, I always know where the 2s are. It just makes it easier for building, and they're like that when I show you the rest of the collection after. You'll see that I just do that with all of those trays. So if I back up some more here, can move over here, you can see one of my other MOCs, which is the Ultimate Assault on High Ground MOC. If I just spin this light around, makes it a little bit better. There's not quite enough light to show that off properly, but I'm sure you've probably seen that video. It's still set up with the red versus blue. I haven't touched that since I actually made that last video. The reason it's on this piece of wood here is because I had to put it up on that piece of wood to be able to then put it on my turntable so I could spin it to make that video I made for the with the music and everything. So that's why that's like that. The reason I've got white paper all the way around here, goes right the way around there, is simply because it looks nicer than the wall of the room it's in. And also if I wanted to film here, it means I don't have to move it. If we carry on along here, this is the very first MOC that I did. I'll just try and get a bit more light on here. There we go. So this here was a forerunner structure I created. It's the very first thing that I made. This was before I even started unpacking all of my Halo Mega Bloks collection. It's actually an old Lego Star Destroyer set. So it's the only Lego set that I've got in this room at the moment, aside from the Porsche, which you may see later. So yeah, I was quite pleased with this. It just intrigued me. I wanted to create something like this, and I really enjoyed making this, and this is why I've left it up. It's just something a little bit different that I quite like doing. So as you can see, these are a couple of the sets that I've actually reviewed and built, and I've just left them on display because I like these little dioramas that I've got here. And then this little base here was the second thing that I made, and this was just from some random pieces that I had kicking around. I just like the idea of making this little fire base. It's nothing fantastic, but I still like it, so I've left it built at the moment. I haven't needed the parts for anything else, so I've decided to leave it as it is. Now if we move on to the end of the table, you can see this is just some bags of parts that I've not sorted yet. They are sort of sorted into their groups, but they've not been put away yet. I'm actually still in the process of sorting all of my parts out. This is where I basically keep what I've sorted so far, and there's lots of empty drawers there for the stuff as I continue to go through all the eBay hauls that you may have seen the videos I've done for that. Lots of eBay hauls that I've bought, huge collections of. I may have bought it just for the Rhinos and Pelican gunships to build the Ultimate Pelican, but when I've got all these other sets, they just get put in boxes until I get a chance to sort them or build them and so on. So if we have a look in these drawers here, these are all a bit random. These drawers are just filled with Assault on High Ground sets from when I was building that Assault on High Ground mock. So that's just random stuff in there for now, and that's just, those are actually all the spare black parts from taking the Rhinos apart. So there's more to go in there. There's a couple of the bags that I showed you a second ago to go in there as well. These all need sorting a bit more, just some wheels in there. That's figures and things like that, I think mainly from Assault on High Ground. This one here is all trans parts, so lots more to go in there, but it's just anything I find I put in there nice and easy. These are all the blue sections from the Rhino sets. Again, you get a little Forerunner tower with the Rhino set. So again, I've got a couple of bags of those that need to be added to there, and obviously all the gold parts from the Pelican gunship. Moving over here, this lot's sorted quite well. These are actually the drawers. You saw one on the table by the Ultimate Pelican. So these here are all the green parts that I use sorted. So we've got plates, whether they're long plates, square plates or fat plates, and then we've got all of the 1x6s, 2x4s. So when those little containers that I showed you, the organisers that I showed you before, get empty, what I do is if I run out of, if I run out of 2x2s, I simply come over here, grab a load and refill, as it were. So this is my surplus stock really here, or if it's not kept in those little drawers. As we go higher, you go on to the different greens. So this is the green from the original range of Halo Mega Blocks. So this was the green I used to use for the Pelican dropship and various other sets, and these are all here because they're from the countdown sets. I had to strip down a couple of countdown sets to build some of the interior of the Ultimate Pelican. So these are all the bits from the countdown set that I didn't use. In here we've got a few plates, and then again it's just tiles, and those are all slope pieces, that's why they're in a bag. So there is more sorting to do there, but it's getting there. If we move over here, I've got a load of purple, again not finely sorted, but it's kind of sorted, it's getting there, it's still a work in progress. And we've got more purple there, going on to black, more black, and then going on to grey with plates, and then blocks. Up here, another random drawer, definitely needs to sort out there. And there's a load of clear stuff there that can go in the clear drawer. Put that in there, there we go. No time like present. Okay, so that's a random drawer, and over here we've got, if we can get a bit of light on it. So those are all the covers for the tank tracks on the Rhino. And then those are all the wheels left over from all the Rhino sets I've taken apart. And then there's all the rubber tracks from the Rhino. There's all of the cockpits for the Pelican gunships that are taken apart, and then yeah, that's empty. So the rest of them are empty. They're waiting to be used as I sort out more and more sets. All of these along here are the organisers, as you saw before. There's one up here. So these are for, I guess you could call them small specialist pieces. So I like to keep them all separated so it's easy for when I'm building. No matter what you want, you know where it is. So I've got 2 of these trays for dark green, and as I start sorting out all the colours more, I'll use more and more of these for all of the different colours. So we've got quite a few of those. In these big tubs here, this is just stuff to be sorted. So there's all sorts of random stuff in here. More bits from the Pelican that I've bagged up that needs to go with the rest of the gold stuff. Some sets there. Lots of random stuff in there, so that's definitely a drawer to be sorted. This is so far just the figures that I've kind of collected together that have just, I don't know. This is by no means all the figures, but as I come across them, so that's just Spartans in there. Okay, that's Spartans as well. I'll try and get the camera focused properly here. So green Spartans there. And we've got Marines. And then we've got loads of Sangheili there. There's those stuff, just blue Sangheili, unique figures. Some of those are Call of Duty figures. And we've got grunts. Those are ODSTs. More grunts, but the different size grunts. And then we've just got normal Marines there. Bag of normal Marines. Hunters. Anything flood based. Then we've got Jackals. Bag of Jackals. Oops. And Skirmisher in there as well. And then we move on to Brutes. More Brutes, but just those colour Brutes. And then we've got Forerunner stuff there. As I say, it's by no means all the figures. It's just stuff that, for whatever reason, has become separated from whatever lot it was I bought them from. So that's me starting to sort my figure collection out. In here, random drawer again, there's a lot of unopened figures here that I've obviously bought countdown sets that the figures have never been opened from. So I've left those in my bag to be sorted at some point, and then that's another drawer of random stuff there. So that's pretty much the drawers there. So now if we move along here, sorry for the shaky camera, I'm just doing everything by hand here. So these are all of the other organisers here. So as I said before, depending on what colour it is, you've got greys here, so there's all your dark greys for if I want to build in dark grey. And then silver, again always following the same pattern, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s and so on. And move further down, we've got black and we've got purples as well. So I've started sorting there, but there's a lot more to do. There's so much to go through. In these drawers, this needs to be sorted. These are the drawers how I used to have it before I bought those red organisers. All of these bits here need to be sorted into those red organisers. So these 3 units here are pretty much waiting to be sorted, and these 3 are ready for pretty much empty. Okay, so what we'll do now is move on to the brand new in-box collection. So if I just back up here for a second, this is the brand new in-box collection. So I think there's about 50 to 55 sets here. So I've been collecting these for about 10 years. So some of them I bought when they were current. Other ones they were you know, on eBay brand new in box, but they might have been 5 years old when I bought them. If you want to have a quick look through, we've got one of the Battlescapes there, Battlescape 3, brand new in box. Sorry, they're facing the wrong way. Covenant Wraith. There's actually two of those. There's one there, another one there. And then this is a really old set. A Wolverine. Box isn't in amazing condition, but it is unopened. You can shake them. You can always tell whether they're in their original packing by shaking the box. Then we've got the Repex set. I'm not a big fan of those, to be honest with you. It was on special once, didn't cost much, so I figured I may as well get it. And then try and go through these as quick as I can for you. Got the NMPD Cruiser, NMPD Hornet, Broadsword, Anti-Armor Cobra, the lights and sound one. I wonder if it still works. Yep, still works. The Mantis, there's two of those, another one there. And then we've got a gunship, brand new in box. And then we've got the Kodiak Siege Cannon, which was a nice one to get. They're quite hard to get those. And then this is definitely one, as I'm sure you all know, to get one of these in good condition is very hard. They're very expensive. I was really fortunate. I think I only paid about £30 for this, and it is in absolutely mint condition. So yeah, I was really pleased to get that. And then we've got the two anniversary sets. We've got the Warthog and the Aerial Ambush. And then we've got the figure set UNSC Blizzard Squad. And yeah, the Consano Cyclops Raid. So there's two of those brand new in box. And then a Frost Raven. I have built the Frost Raven. You would have seen it on the desk before, but this is another one. This is a brand new in box one. I like to try and have, if possible, one built and one for the collection, just to have as investment, really, as many Lego collectors do. And then moving the big one out, we've got an Infinity there, and again I've got one of these built. You may have seen the video of me building it, but I wanted one to keep brand new in box as well as an investment. Moving on, we've got Covenant Watchtower, EVA booster frame, Brute Chopper Raid. So these here, I've got one of these. This is the UNSC Attack Gorsehog. I've got two of these. Annoyingly, as you can see, this has got the Amazon delivery note all over it, which was really frustrating. So they sent me another one for free, and then it came down. I thought, fantastic. And then when I turned it over, guess what? It's got the Amazon delivery note on the back. Very frustrating. I did eventually get another one without that delivery note on it. So unfortunately not one for the collection, but I might be able to get that off with some heat at some point. So moving on, we've got the Smuggler Interceptor. I've got not one but two of those brand new in box, which I'm really pleased about. They were quite hard to get at one point, especially in the UK, so when they came up for a really good price I decided to get two. And then moving on, we've got the Vulture Gunship, and then at the end here we've got, again I've got one of these built, but again I managed to be right place at the right time. They came up on a really good special offer quite a few, well, wasn't that long after they come out, I don't think. I've had them for a while. It's definitely been in the collection for a while. So Covenant Spirit Dropship, which is one of my favourites. I think this is such a good set. It was one of the first sets that I built actually. And then there's another one there. So yeah, I wanted two of these because, as I say, it's my favourite. It's really, really nice. Okay, so moving on to the bottom row, we've got EVA Last Stand, brand new in box. And then we've got the Covenant Revenant Attack, Shade Turret, 2 of those. Oops, brand new in the box. And then we've got a couple of figure sets. We've also got the Police Cyclops there. And then coming over this way, we've got the Covenant Commander. And then we've got the Banshee Strike. Phaeton Gunship, I think it's 2 of those. Yeah, 2 Phaeton Gunships. And then coming this way we've got, so again there's another sticker on one of those. So these are the Covenant Wraith Ambush. Again, really fortunate to get a good deal on these. Somebody was selling them £15 each, which is next to nothing. So I got a few of them quite a long time ago again, so 4 of those because nice set, I do like that. And we've got the Warzone Wasp Strike, 2 of those. And then we've got the Arctic Warthog Capture the Flag one, 2 of those. So there are a few repeats, but the only time I buy repeats is when they're on special, basically, because ideally I haven't opened one of those, so I will want to open one at some point. That's why I've got 2 of a lot of them. And then we've got the UNSC Gunku's Rampage, Covenant Goblin, another Covenant Goblin. Sorry about the shoddy camera work, guys. It's quite hard holding it and pulling all these boxes out at the same time. Banished Banshee Brawl. And then we've got a Jackrabbit Blitz, a Banished Ghost Rush, and then we've just got a couple of figure sets. I don't have a huge amount of figure sets. We've got Captain Lasky and Roland. So yeah, that's that. So that's it for the brand new in box collection, which is, yeah, it's a fair amount. There's definitely lots of sets that I don't have. People often say you must have every set. I definitely don't have every set. Now if we spin back around to this side of the room, this is the used. I need to try and back up a bit. So this is the used in box set. You may wonder why I've got a used in box set. If I don't have something brand new in the box and I still want it, I'll buy a confirmed complete set used in box. So for example, these are very hard to get hold of. If you want one brand new, you're paying like £200–300, which is pretty crazy. But this one was sold complete in box, and the box is mint. If you didn't know otherwise, you would think this was brand new. So I'd rather have it like that than not at all. I'd definitely rather have that than £300 brand new. And then here we've got the Broadsword Midnight Strike again. These are just, sometimes people sell a collection of 10 or 12 sets boxed for, you know, £120, and I just buy them, and that's why I end up with repeats of a lot of stuff. But if the box is in good condition and the set's complete, I'm going to keep it like that because it's just nice to know you got options, really. So yeah, we've got Flood Invasion there. And then coming over this side, these are all the Versus sets. I've actually got quite a few of these. There's a few other boxes, but I'm not sure where they are. I think there might be a box missing somewhere. So we've got 2 of these Versus Snowbound High Base. So obviously these have all been opened. This one here, the Assault on High Ground, the pieces are in a bag. They've got to go back in that box at the moment. They're just being sorted and confirmed. There's a Versus Snowbound Battlescape, all the bits in there. And then moving up to the next shelf, we've got the Rapid Attack. So yeah, Covenant Ghost one. Sorry if I don't know all the names of these sets, guys. I do have to read some of them. I'm not the world's foremost expert on all these, and they've not been out their boxes that long, so a lot of you guys will know them better than I do. The Covenant Spectra Ambush, and then the Night Ops Gorshog. Looking back this way, we've got, obviously these are really old sets. I think this is possibly Series 1 or Series 2 maybe. So the Mongoose, Brute Chopper, And then we've got, this was the first set, this is the actual first set that I ever got. This is what started it all, this set here. Present from my now wife that I did build, and that's where the that's where the love affair began, so it's all her fault. And then this is the only set I've got in a box. I do have lots of these that I've bought over the years where they've just come with eBay hauls, but having the box to me is quite nice. I do like the box, and that is complete. It's been checked. These, I definitely have a stack of these both in and out of boxes, so it seems to be a really common set. So the short sword, there's one in there. There's actually two sets in this box. It's twice as heavy. I just wanted to keep them in a box. And then we've got the Goreshog versus Covenant Locust. And then at the end, again, it took me a while to get one of these, but this is a in-box complete. The box is a bit faded, which is a bit annoying. Didn't realise when I was bidding for it on eBay, but it wasn't horrendously priced, and it is complete. So I am pleased to have a box. And again, hard to get those boxes in good condition because of their age. And if we move down, we've got the Covenant Seraph, which is a massive box for its set. It didn't need to be that big, but it is. They've reduced the size of their boxes now, which is a good thing. And then we've got the Covenant Wraith, which I believe is the next generation Wraith, second generation. The Warthog Resistance, again, took me a while to get one of these in a box, but I'm glad I've got that now. This is Covenant Spectre again, but it's in a different box than the original one. Obviously it was a crossover set. There's another one there. 3 of them, okay, so 3 of those. Again, a very popular set. Again, in here we've got quite a few. We've got the ODST Ambush, a really early Covenant Banshee. What else is back here? Okay, we've got I think we had a couple of those, the Shade Turret in the new unopened set, and another Brute Chieftain Chopper there. And here we've got, so another quite a tidy box, the EVA's Last Stand, another complete set, the Covenant Revenant Attack, and then these, again, these, as you'll all know, if you haven't got one and you want one, they tend to go for a lot. If you buy one without a box, it can go for easily 60 to 80 pounds. In a box they can be, you know, 100 pounds or more, so it's quite nice having these in box. And again, complete, good condition, all figures, everything there. And then finally at the back here, another Battlescape, the Battlescape 2. And then finally on the bottom shelf we have, what's this, that's another Banshee Strike, the Scorpion Sting, and then going this way we've got a couple of battle packs, Fireteam Rhino, Promethean Warriors, got a Gun Goose, and then we've got Shade Turret, not Shade Turret, Covenant Watchtower open, 2 Covenant Watchtowers there. We've got the NMPD Warthog. This I did buy brand new, and it was before I was that worried about opening them, and I opened this one. It was good, enjoyed building it, but I really wish I bought 2 because these are insane. To try and buy one of these, they go for crazy money now, so I can't have one new in box. Same here, this one was opened before I was worried about opening them, and again, trying to pick one of these up brand new in box, very difficult for a good price. Thankfully I did buy this new, so the box is in mint condition. I've kept it tidy. And then finally one of these, obviously you saw lots of them unopened, but I have actually opened this one again, so I've opened that and built it in the past. So there we go, that's all the complete in box collection. So the only thing left to show you in regards to Mega Construx or Mega Blocks is where I put them when I'm finished. So these shelves here are where I put the sets I've built. So almost all of these sets you will have seen a video for if you've been following my channel. So I've either speed built them or reviewed all of these sets. I do plan on keeping them all built up, and I'll just add to them as I do more speed builds. This wasn't from a speed build, I haven't reviewed it or built it. It was just when I bought an eBay haul, it came built like that, and it was in such good condition. I really liked it, so I just put that there with the Pelican because it's really cool. And And then this wraith here, again, this was built and the stickers had been put on really nicely and it was no dust on it whatsoever. And it was complete. And again, I haven't built it. I'm really looking forward to building one because it looks like a great build, but I didn't see the point in taking that apart when it could go straight on the display shelf. In fact, I haven't reviewed these two either. These two came like this, just in really, really good condition. No need to take them apart, no dust. And I've got so many other sets of them that are waiting to be sorted and built that I didn't see the point in taking it apart. So that's my UNSC Infinity there with my custom frigates and Covenant cruiser. If you haven't seen that video, the Spirit dropship, such a great ship, absolutely. I can't wait to do it. I'm going to do a speed build for that at some point, and I'll probably do a review. I know it's an old set, but I still think it warrants it. It's such a good set. So much to talk about with it too. It can, yeah, it really is a good set. So if we move on to the middle of the room, lots and lots of boxes. Now these boxes are all of the sets that need sorted. When you've seen my eBay haul, for example, if I just take a look in here, this is one of the eBay hauls with all the instructions. You would have seen me undo this. There's just loads and loads of sets. This is just carrier bags full of parts and sets. You see there's just loads and loads of stuff. A bag of figures. So that's in one box there. In this box here, this is sets that I've already gone through and I've put them all back together. So from this box here, which is just carnage, that's how I receive it. I go through, I clean them, I check they're all there, and then I put them all in bags. So if I want to, I can build it. There's another saber there with all the gantry and everything to go with it. And you see you've got the sticker sheets in there and everything. So it's kind of like refurbishing old people's sets. It comes to me as a complete mess, and I put as many complete sets back together. So that box is just completed, sorted. They are complete sets, they just don't have boxes. This is an Assault on High Ground set, but it's also got our Covenant Watchtower in there, as you can see as well. It's also got a Lights and Sound Warthog, so I need to go through all of that, build what I can. If there's missing pieces, I'll use my spare parts collection to complete the sets, and then I will bag them up and put them in there so I know what I've got, and then I can build as many as I like. I just move that down there, as you can see, Falcon there. Loads of bits in here, sets, some complete, some part complete. So that's another haul that needs to be sorted out. There's a whole load of drags and stuff there. It's like just Covenant weapons there. That's just a bag of that colour that I bought. This is the original Scorpion tank. I think it's the first one that they did, and it was just sold as spares. I don't think it's all there, but I would imagine I'll probably have enough pieces to complete it if I chose to. So that's what we got in there. What's in here? This is more sorted sets. So in there it is, you kind of see through the side, that's more Covenant Phantom sets. I think there's 2 in that box from memory. Underneath here, another box filled with eBay hauls. This box here, more waiting to be sorted out, more of those anniversary sets there. And in here, all sorts of stuff. I've already started sorting some out. You can see, bag of white, bag of the goldy colour, all the orange bits from the countdown sets. There's all sorts of stuff just waiting to be sorted out. There's the blue of the Forerunner sets from one of the, I believe it comes with possibly one of the Battlescapes you get that with. So that's what I do there. In terms of sorting them, this box here is Pelican dropship, which I haven't built one of these yet, so this is really dusty. So this needs to come home with me, be stripped, and then basically put through the washing machine. And then once it's put through the washing machine, I'll build it. I'll probably do a speed build of that, because I need that, because people keep asking me to do a comparison with the Ultimate Pelican MOC. So I need to build that so I can put it alongside it and show you guys the size difference between the two of them. So yeah, that's on the to-do list. Thankfully it's all separated. And this box here, we've just got this bag in it. So this came out of the washing machine last night. So this is just at home. I've got probably 3 of these boxes filled with the most recent eBay haul that I did that you guys might have watched. There was loads of sets there. I pulled quite a lot of green out of it for the Pelican. Everything else was just taken home, and I've slowly been taking it apart. So all of this put down, put through the washing machine, because it was super duper dusty. It was a right mess. So this is how it starts. Put it through the washing machine, and then you can see it's super clean now. I did actually take all these bits off, but the washing machine's very good at sticking bits back on. It's amazing. Look at that. It's put all of those back on. That was completely stripped, and the washing machine's tried to build that itself. I wonder what it was trying to build. So yeah, you can even put these bits. This here was just, you could barely see through it. It had so much dust on it. It was disgusting, and trying to wipe it off was almost impossible. But the washing machine just does such a great job. There's even been some figures. This canopy as well. This canopy was just awful. It was just so thick with dust, and I don't know how you would have cleaned it by hand, and now it almost looks like new. It's absolutely incredible. There's some figures in there as well, which were pretty bad shape. And then, yeah, so there's a figure that was covered in dust. It's hard. This camera's not good enough for it, unfortunately, to pick it up. But this Promethean Knight as well, that was really dusty, a right mess, and thankfully he's all cleaned up as well now. So yeah, once I've done all of that, once I've stripped it all down, I've washed it all, I've probably got about that to do about 10 more times. Once all that's done, then I'll go through separating all the colours, and I'll start building all the sets to put in bags so I know what complete sets I've got, which does take time, but that's fun. I enjoy it, that's why we do it. So that's pretty much it. That's the room tour. Oh, I forgot to mention the Porsche. So for those Mega Bloks haters out there, you may or may not be pleased to know that I do actually collect Lego as well. As you can see, I've got the Porsche Turbo there, which is a very nice set. I don't collect a huge amounts of Lego. If I can just pull some stuff out of here. If I just pull this chair out without knocking everything over. This down here is my Lego collection. It's basically made up of Technic Lego, so mainly Technic Lego cars, and Star Wars. I don't collect anything else, it's only the Star Wars, but as we all know, Star Wars Lego is it's pretty expensive, so it's difficult collecting everything. But it's not a huge collection, but it is all brand new in box. I haven't made any of that. I may open it one day, I may show you it one day, but for now it just stays in the boxes as a collector's item. So that's pretty much it for the room tour. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to continue building the Pelican for the next video, and then I'll obviously update you soon. The only other thing to show you is this isn't actually just my studio, it's also where I work. Over here, that's my desk. That's what I do for my day job, work at that desk. My wife works at that desk, so it's yeah, it's a pretty big room. I'm very fortunate to be able to have all this in one area. Hopefully that answers a lot of the questions that you guys have had, and it gives you a bit of an insight into what I've got, how I do it, and where the videos come from. So that's where I make it, and that's where I edit it, and then I send it on to you guys. And if you're interested in what I use to make these videos, everything that I do is filmed on my iPhone 7, which is why it's not amazing quality. But to be honest with you, you don't need an all singing, all dancing camera. If you want to do something good with YouTube and you want to, you know, make people watch your videos, it's about the content, not what camera you use. So all you guys out there that want to have a bigger YouTube following, focus on what your content's like, rather than how much money you need for cameras and so on. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It does help the channel grow, which obviously helps me, gives me more incentive to make more videos for you. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.